Hello again. While it's on my mind, I'll just talk about three aspects of the flute, which a lot of people probably won't talk about. First thing is warming up the flute before you begin to play. Let's do that first. If you close down all the key work, all the way down to the bottom to the C key, which is the roller there, don't close down the G sharp key, otherwise air escapes. And then put your mouth actually over the blowhole, not as though you're playing. That will help tune the flute. Second aspect is actually tuning the flute. You can download metronomes and tuning apps on your phones now. I actually use an old metronome with an A, which is really helpful. Another way to do it is go to a piano and play an A, which is a sixth higher than middle C on the piano. And then if you want to tune to the high A, just play a higher A. But I think this is a pretty good way to do it. If you can find an old metronome with an A on it, you may have to pull the head joint out to compensate for tuning. Yamaha flutes usually play very sharp. So to flatten a flute, not literally, but just to flatten the pitch, you just pull the head joint out a bit, like so. I just usually pull it out. Let's see. I don't know if you can see that, but just a tiny bit. Okay. And then check it against the metronome, the tuner again. That's a bit flat, so I'm just going to push my head joint in. Okay. The last aspect is a metronome. And of course I have a metronome here. You'll see little figures on the metronome like that. It simply means that you can have, if you set it to crotchet 66 on the dial, it'll be like this, very similar on your apps, tuning apps. Metronome apps and tuning apps, and you can set it to a particular speed if you want to play a piece. Those little figures simply mean how many beats there are in a minute. So if I go back to Minuet of Learn As You Play Flute, page 25, and set it to crotchet 92, I'll just play it. Some people find it quite difficult to play with a metronome, but it's really good. It keeps you absolutely in time. When I play flute and guitar, I practice with a metronome. It's absolutely vital. and then everything is regulated. I think rhythm is and you know, spot on rhythm is a really important facet of any music for any musician. To play in tune and also to play rhythmically on the beat is really useful. Anyway, I hope that's been helpful. That's just a little introduction to those particular facets of flute playing. Okay, bye-bye now.